On March 11th, 2019, Path of Exile announced a new stash tab to be added, the Unique tab. This allows you to store and showcase one copy of every unique in-game. When I read that, I knew what I had to do. I've set off to obtain every unique in-game in the solo self-found game mode, filling the Unique stash tab completely. This shit will take a long ass time and won't be easy, but I'm always down for a grind. I'm Mathew Lighty, and this is All for One.
Hey guys, I'm Mathew Lighty, and this is episode 180 of All for One, the quest for unique completion. And the bulk of this episode will pertain to Ultimatum and will occur in Standard. For that is when we'll be spending the most of our focus going forward. However, brief announcement, Ice the Aesthetic, the sponsor of All Things Lighty, is having a Valentine's Day sale still for this weekend, along with limited winter sales on lovely ladies, all of legal ages. I know that Freyren looks young, but she's legally over 1,000 years old, and that's how anime works, I guess. Ice the Aesthetic is the sponsor of All Things Lighty and the home of great graphic tees, Japanese anime stuff, vaporwave aesthetic, high quality, at reasonable prices, and you can use the promo codes Lighty10 and Lighty20 for 10 and 20% off all orders of regular and 2 or more, along with free shipping of orders of $100 or more. They have t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, oversized workout tees, a variety of different collections of things, including Attack on Titan, Berserk, Elden Ring. I recommend checking it out. It's stuff that I wholeheartedly endorse clothing-wise. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Anyway, back to the video. So the video is going to be predominantly standard going forward, much like most of the series will be, until the league is announced 3.26, whenever that happens. And the entire focus of the episode is Ultimatum. So there's not much else to say. I will, at the end of the episode, give a brief little recap of some stash tab situations, but aside from that, enjoy all the Ultimatum and Trial Master farming. Oh my god. First Ultimatum, Trial Master? Can we make the insane happen? Can you imagine if the first one is just Hateforge? Time to start the real final push, and then it just drops a Hateforge. This is gonna be 10 minutes, by the way. Alright, almost a moment of truth. We're gonna see if the map I ran to unlock my Atlas, my alarm's going off, gets us a fucking Hateforge on our first attempt after coming back to Standard for, months and months and months. There's no way, though. There's no way. That would be absurd. Bye, buddy. And no, not swaddles. See if this works, and yes, it does. All right. Okay, 112. This really feels like a struggle to get these last couple, but that's fine. Okay, so we've grabbed the heist nodes, we've grabbed the Ultimatum nodes. That's the stuff I care about, I think. Aside from that, I think it's just Scarab stuff now. What's the concept behind AFK farm? I'm not exactly sure what the question is, but I'll try to explain it, as if I would to a child, and I'm probably talk down and misanswer. But AFK stands for away from keyboard, and it's exactly what Reverend just typed as I'm saying this. The idea is to stand in the middle of the Ultimatum and effectively not have to move or have any concern for death, so I could talk to chat and do other stuff, because this grind could and probably will take an extensive amount of time, and already has. So the idea is just to set up a situation where I could do as little effort as possible to accomplish whatever my goal is. In this situation, it's just doing nothing but Ultimatum. I think I need the int on my right ring. And there's something else. Would have been great, Clark. Oh yeah, I don't have the ring in Standard because Settlers hasn't ended. So I would have to then just do Ritual to get on the ring, which is fine because I need to do Ritual more anyway. But because Settlers is still happening, I haven't merged. I did all my stuff, in Settlers. So they're holding Settlers hostage. And ring. Okay. Okay, so that was number 80. Wow. Why the fuck is my map device with? I guess I've never done a 17 on this as far as the game's concerned. I just realized I'm missing a fucking spot. What the shit? The visual clarity's just fucking bad right now. Something is... There we go. It's like, why is nothing dying? I assume this is the slot, and we just did Uber Maven, so it couldn't be the Maven side of the slot. Unless they want me to do a 10-way, right? Is that the other way to unlock it? Or I thought it was Maven and then the 17 now. They keep changing the fucking criteria, so I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, there we go. We got our slots. Nice. That was annoying. Had to redo that. That's fine. Oh, I didn't actually use the ritual. This is the right ring? No. Is it Affliction? I don't remember. No, it's Hateful Accuser. Penance Mark, right? Well, I'll buy it anyway. That would have been easier. It's like, not rare. It's just annoying because it's just, you know. We fucking have it. Oh, that's it? No, that's the other one also. Fuck. Jesus. All right. Absolute bastards. It's very funny we found both the other rings, though. Omen of Fortune. Wow. Dude, I don't know if I've ever... I think I found one of those in League. That's crazy. Trash to treasure action, baby. Man, that's rare. And I'll bet you're right nut. How about that? Whoa, 6% strength ring. That's kind of cool. I've already got one, I believe. I think. If not, that's very cool. Not as cool as a charge ring, but very cool nonetheless. Yeah, it's really nice. I don't have an... I don't know if I have a strength one. I think I'm missing an int one also, but I could be wrong. Flat strength. So this actually might be my first percent strength ring. Huh. There's a strength belt. Wow. We just keep finding strength percent stuff today. God, it costs 7,000 for a fucking tiger. That's... Whoa. All 6 El Diablo. What kind of respectable man in today's age doesn't know how long a tapeworm is at the top of their head, you know? 18.5 thousand. Show me Affliction again. Oh my god. You absolute bitch dick. Penance, there we go. Alright. We got it the meme way, but we did get it. That's all that matters. I'll buy a celebratory chicken helmet. Let's give it a whirl. I can guarantee spawn a trial master real quick. I'm still just fishing for the whatever proc. Should be able to still... There you go. See, there it is. That's the shrimp right there. That's the shrimp damage. And it goes pop, then it goes all the way down. That's what the ring does, if you didn't know. I'm just triggering a 3% chance to explode, and then it pro-lifts that Ignite, giving this build, who doesn't have much single target, tremendous single target, and a loose conditional setting. Alright, you should be able to see when the explosion happens, it'll be a huge damage chunk. So you take no damage, then you'll see an explosion, and his life should pretty much zoom down. Might take a few shrimps, though. Oh, there's one. There you go. So you can actually hear it pop also when it happens. So this literally will save me, 12 minutes to kill. Show me gloves. Ah, Val Mask. Well, that's the next best thing, I guess. Holy shit. He's escaping me. Does he even have Frostwall and Flee, or is this just the worst? What am I supposed to do against such reckless hate? Onslaught Bell Timber. Yum. Oh, Trial Master. Wow. We're at some great rates today. We're at some fucking great rates today. Yeah, we're at some really good rates today. This is like... How many you expected out of a day? It's getting like 4 or 5. This is our 5th of the day, or 4th of the day. Okay. Show me glove. Ring. It's always a ring. Listen to when Trial Master says the miasma spreads. And then think about it from the perspective of an old-timey pirate talking about his asthma. And it makes Trial Master so much funnier. Where he goes, oh, miasma spreads. Like, somehow his lung problem's contagious. Miasma spreads, matey. Oh, me lucky charms. Wait, I have to actually do the map. Let's see. Alright. That's pretty nifty. That's pretty nifty. That's pretty nifty. I mean, that only applies to non-RF builds, right? Because you would never waste a link playing RF to have automation hooked up to it. But for non-RF builds wanting to use RF supplementally, pretty nifty. There's a 4. Oh, we did it! There we go. What's the threshold we're trying to preserve? Trying to get my life total to 6969. That's it. That's it. Nice. Prolif Echo. Battle talks to Casamania kill. Unbound, and finally. Oh man. So that's actually one of the most desirable ones. But stun is worthless. Worthless as a secondary. Could you use this in a 5-link? Probably. In trade, this would probably be pretty expensive still, I'd imagine. Hey Lighty, is the trial mesh rewards better in tier 16? Does it matter if I roll the map? It's definitely better in red maps, but like 14, 15s, and 16 should be the same in 17s, but rolling the map doesn't matter. It won't make it won't change like the results or anything. Nothing about the ultimatum rewards are scalable. It will make it so the things should drop better stuff, like the actual mob. Anything that was, because the only thing that dropped from this map was inscribed from the actual ultimatum, so everything else was from the mobs. We'll take the 2070s. That's about it. So you'd want to run them rare. Yeah, I'm not sure if we even, you know, it's been like 4 years of trying to get Hateforge. If we actually get one, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna feel like. Oh, is this map cursed? Whatever. Yeah, it is. I don't get fucking shrimps. I don't have to add it to the regex, but man, it just makes, it shaves 15 minutes off my life, you know? For those who don't know, this build has a very, very good single target, unironically, because of Penance Mark. It spawns the little shrimp things, the phantasms, right? That you then trigger the 5% explosion with. Okay? And it basically one-shots any boss. It does 40 million DPS as a dot instantly, just runs through them. However, if the map has less curse effect, because of my map effect scaling, it takes the 3 phantasms that get spawned, and after a 70% reduction to effect, it becomes 0 phantasm spawn, because that phantasm is a scalable value from Penance Mark. So what happens is, when the map has curse effect, it doesn't actually spawn any phantasms from Penance Mark anymore. And it makes it so I have no single target now. If I was a human trafficker, I'd do it through GitHub in a heartbeat. Oh, gold ring. It rolled a tribute quality. What if I take this ring and put it in my ass? About that. I personally really like the dudes who are like, do their little like get rich money seminars, where they call up like a you know, they'll be on stage with like 1,000 people watching them, pen and paper in hand. And they'll like call up a gym or something, and they'll ask them some really weird question. If they don't get like the exact answer they want, they like go, see, he's low scope, you know. Like they'll be like, they'll call Jim and be like, hey, is this John's Planet Fitness of Chicago? They're like, yes it is, how can we help you? And he's like, what's the most I could spend with you per capita? They're like, we've got memberships and like these 3 packages. Yeah, but what about my net? What's the most I can net with you? And they're going to be like, we've got like a $30 a month and like a personal trainer. It's like, ha, nice try. And they click and see, low scope, low energy. There was a guy, I don't remember the exact dude's name, but he was like, next time you go to a restaurant, you know, you look out and watch as everybody orders. Someone's going to say, could I have? Someone's going to say, may I have? You look for the person that says, I want. That's the leader. That's the alpha. Real leaders don't ask if they may have or could have. They take what they need. That and my favorite one, which I make fun of often when like I'm interacting with somebody in like any professional capacity. They'll you know, if someone's sassing me or something, I'll say like, every day I wake up at 4 a.m. and by the time it's 2 p.m. I've finished my day. So I'm getting 2 days for your 1 day, you know? I'm already 3 days ahead of you right now. By the time 3 p.m. rolls around, I've already begun my Tuesday on your Monday. Oh, I hear that! Oh, I hear that! Do you guys hear that?
Are inescapable.
I heard that. You're gonna go back and corrupt that purple essence, okay? Gotta fucking find it first. Here it is. I'm going. Okay, you happy, Sonata? You happy? I hope this makes you happy. Because you know what makes me happy? That's what makes me happy. That's what makes me happy. I'm in control. Never forget. Snag our regex. My mirror? Yeah, it's over here. Right there. It's between all my expensive stuff in this area. It's between my +1 power charge fucking Sandstar Visage and got 2 Mage Blood sitting here in ultimatums. All my expensive stuff. All my fun little gizmos. I love Sin City. Yeah, I mean, Sin City is weird because it was... it's almost the cracked one. That's the Can't Be Ignited, Can't Be Blood. We found the Poison Bleed one, which is the better one. What if Settlers becomes PoE 3, you know? Huh. That's kind of funny. I seem to have an affinity for this item. It's like, no matter, every time I feel like I find this ephemeral edge that just keeps haunting me. It's fun because it really is quite desirable, but then it's just like, I find it in the strangest little places, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, the movie Tuxedo is definitely set in the same universe as Moon Knight. You know? Really think about it. Jackie Chan is basically Khonshu.
And my service continues. Chaos laughs.
They both wear an outfit, you know?
And fortune is yours.
Let's see what we get today. Oh, my fucking heart. I just saw Mitts and I got excited. It was like a minor heart attack. It dropped right next to me. I thought that was it. Yeah, no. I saw Mitts and I was like, oh shit. Oh, I'm scared. Ow, fuck. Did you hear that? Oh, God. Bang the desk. It depends greatly. This is a very contextual question. You may have not intended it to be such, but it is. So, the hardest to obtain unique depends on a few different criteria. Number one, it depends on your own personal joy of different activities, right? I don't mind sitting here for a month straight doing Ultimatum. That might be somebody's 9/11, you know? So for me, it's going to be probably Sanctum, because I think Sanctum is like the worst designed mechanic in Path of Exile history, maybe sans Toda. So for me, it's going to be Sanctum. It's just, I think it's just the biggest piece of shit ever made. But that brings to the second part of the question. So it's like, what's the most difficult? Is going to be rarity-wise, if you're just talking time sunk into the activity, I would say, without question, it's Replicate Bated Breath. Right? But that comes back to the first part, which is the context of... Are you acquiring uniques in their like most ethical intended path, or are you going to do them in the most efficient path, regardless of whatever loose morality you may kind of apply to yourself? So if you're just going about it from the get every unique as fast as possible, Replicate Bated Breath is very, very easy, because it's do nothing but run Strand with juice quantity until you get 7 div cards, whatever it is. You would never even touch Heist for it. But if you're trying to actually get it from Heist, it's by far the rarest thing. So that's where that other part comes in. It's like you would get half of the difficult to obtain uniques you would just get through Reliquary Keys, Valdos boxes, and div cards. You know? You would just skip a lot of the bullshit, if you could. Yeah, I don't think I even have one. It's called The One That Got Away. It is Replicate Bated Breath, yeah. I think if we do Unowned, it should have... Is it The One That Got Away or One That Got Away? I guess oh, there it is. Yeah. So I have 2 of the cards. It's The One. Yeah. That's the card. So you would get it's actually, I would say it's probably guaranteed from my own personal experience that I'll probably have 7 of these before I get one to drop. But much like Metamorph, where I had 40 stacks of the Metamorph Divination card, I will refuse to hand it in until I've run some absurd criteria. So, like, I've probably run, we'll say, 4,000 wings of, you know, Grand Heists. So, I'll do it, like, until I get to, like, I don't even know, 10, 20,000 Grand. Like, I'd have to run such an exhaustive amount, you know, that it's like, only if it's like the last unique I'm missing and Path of Exile servers are shutting down tomorrow. It's like, then we'll hand it in. But aside from that, I think it's an absolute cop-out to acquire it in that fashion. But that's only, you know, this is an amount of ethical burden I'm applying to myself that I don't expect everyone else to apply to themselves. But to me, it's like, you know, you only have one time at doing this for the first time, so it's like, why cut corners at any... I've never cut corners at any point in time. Why start now for anything? You know? That's kind of how I view it. At this point, it's like, I've been so stringent on my behavior. Like, why even compromise? You could technically get Hateforge from your Settlers mappers. Yep. I personally have received a Matsuwaddle shield from my mappers. And I've also received a Relic of the Pack from my mapper. And also, I got the Divination pet in RuneScape 5 minutes ago on my second monitor. No, the Hateforge drops off of Trial Master, so it'll be a drop at the end, like when all the other loot's dropping after you kill them. It's a 0.5 drop. Yeah, there's 2 different schools of uniques from Ultimatum. There's the Wave uniques, and then there's the Trial Master uniques. The Wave uniques are Relic of the Past, Tempestuous Step, Gamble Sprints. And then you have the actual Trial Master uniques, which is like the fucking Meme Ring, Matsuwaddle Shield, you got the Glimpse Helmet, you got the Yalmex Accord Scepter. Why crits? Because the crit mod can kill you. And I could tell you why and how. So, most people who play this build, they pick up this mastery, which is good. Hits against you cannot be critical strikes if you've stunned recently, and they just think they're immune, right? Most people don't actually build crit immune on top of this, right? Now, if you are crit immune entirely, then it's irrelevant. But most people, I would say, have this build either just have that, or they pick up the 30% there, and then they have a 50% here, which is 80%, right? I think I might have someplace else, maybe. No, 85%. Okay, so you have that amount. This only works if you've been stunned recently, but if it's your first hit, this does nothing. So some people obviously don't have this, and they just have that, yada yada. If you get a 2-mod rare beforehand, it's the first rare that spawns in a wave between waves. There could be 4 seconds between you being hit, so it won't trigger the mastery. And then you could just get hit by a huge rare that has a top-end crit and get walloped and die. So it can happen. But obviously we build to prevent this stuff from happening. I got a screamer. Watch out. There's a TIE fighter coming through the stream. Meow! Well, it's coming back. Meow! Wow, you guys almost got killed by that thing. I don't even have unveils. I don't even need unveils. I can just run singles if we had to. Now we got a couple. We'll just do a couple 2 wings, I guess.
What do you need?
Oh, we'll see how long it takes. Oh god, I forgot. Ugh! Every part of this game drains my fucking hog into oblivion. Just so much unnecessary friction at all points. Okay, we commence. Oh, you know what? I don't have a 1,000 in here. Let's grab 1,000. Surely I could afford a Callum's Heart card. Make it a good one, huh? 4% reduced physical stationary. I think we could do better than that. You know? I think we could do better than that. Nope, we can't. We can't do it. We can't. I would say we got a solid 2 to 3 months until we see a Hateforge. That's my guess. I'm gonna say 2 to 3 months. Maybe. Maybe just the end of the year. Maybe I still am looking for Hateforge before the game ends up getting shut down. You know? Gold ring. Why am I in Trop? I really just grabbed batches of like 50 maps that I had so I could just run the same layout. And this is the most recent stint of just a large chunk of maps I grabbed. I think Path is just totally fucking borking now. I can't get back in my hideout. Ooh, servers are down. Actually, though, I will remain here until someone tells me the game's working. I'm definitely not going to try to get a Hateforge in the middle of this, you know? I'm going to be a little bit extra careful. Because I would actually fucking jump off of a cliff if that happened. You're on fucking PoE duty. I'm watching ducks. Let me know when the server's back up. I know when the game works. Watching ducks. I really like how the goats, although described by their like their species, their subspecies of goats, which is denoting their color, makes it sound like they're all Lord of the Rings wizards, right? Like Sari the white, Radha the brown, Gandhi the gray. Like they just sound like it's Saruman the white, Gandalf the gray. Can the servers kill you in ultimatum? Kill me? No, they can't kill me, but the game can just go down. If I'm on a weird server and they roll back the game because all the servers have to be reset, then I'm fucked. Whoa, merciless armaments. Wow, whose div card is that? That guy's a real asshole. Okay, how long should we pop the shrimp on this one? Come on, baby, pop that. There we go, fast pop. Big shrimp, fast pop, ultimatum. I'm gonna predict we're gonna get a helmet this time. I'm feeling a light to strong helmet on the Trial Master transition. Getting a light to strong helmet here. I'm gonna say a helmet, and it's gonna have like CDR, a CDR helmet. That's my guess. CDR helmet. Piece of shit. Val Mask. DDR. He's a fucking god. Wow. Man, who needs a Hateforge when you have precog like this? And I'm going to say it's going to turn into an Alpha's Hell. It's a skull head. All right. Rage quitting League of Legends. Oh boy. Let me introduce you to my friend Bonky in chat. You guys can play competitive together. He only plays characters that have a C cup. Oh, wow. Thrack to Thrack. This is a natural Trial Master. Wow, we had 2 duelings into a natural one. That's crazy. Not the back-to-back, but the Thrack to Thrack. Oh, man. I'm out of predictions, though. We're at 98. This is number 98, then. I'm popping a shrimp. Actually, I don't see any shrimps happening. Is this map curse? This map is curse effect. There'll be no shrimps. We are just sitting here now. That's why we keep the RF on, though, so this doesn't take 15 minutes, it takes 5 minutes. You'll quit smoking if it drops? Well, buy a pack, baby, light up. Smoke a few packs for me. Go to a triple pack a day. Because one thing I know for certain is we're not getting Hateforge. Not today, not tomorrow, not the next day. What we're going to get is maybe a weapon and probably a ring. And that's it. Show me dog shit. Val Mask. Curse effect. Boom. Not now. Not today. Not the next day. Thank you for playing. The difference is, I would say, that when... Oh! Another Trial Master. This is 99. I gotta stop here. I can't get to it. We've gotten really lucky at the end of stream here. Holy shit. We're on a fucking crazy spree of Trial Masters. I don't know. We've gotten like 3 nats and like 50 maps or something, or less than that. But we're done doing ultimatum now for the day. So I could legally end the episode on... I've got 99 Trial Masters and 8 Forges and whatever the fuck I wrote. Unless, of course, this gives me Hateforge, then it ruins my fucking title, but... Man, if I got edged on not getting triple digits before Hateforge,
Chaos laughs mortal.
I don't know.
Fortune is yours.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get the gloves though. Val Mask, I see it from here. Don't lie to me. Okay. We are stopping that for now. Alright, that is a lot of ultimatum ending on 99 Trial Masters completed. Predominant amount of those Trial Masters are au naturel farmed at the roughly 1 in 35 rate of having a Trial Master spawn in a map with the Atlas Stash nodes on. But sometimes I get the dueling Scarabs. I probably have I've received maybe 5 of them in total, which guarantee a Trial Master. That Scarab is incredibly rare to find, although they do happen. But yeah, most of the Trial Master spawn on a 1 in 35 map basis, 10 waves per ultimatum, 1 in 150-ish on average to get a Hateforge at somewhere between a 0.5 and a 1% rate, puts that at roughly, on average, to get a Hateforge naturally occurring, is 5,000 maps, and we're plugging our way through that, about to pass the triple-digit 100 Trial Master mark. But, slight aside, as we zoom out here, let's take a look at our stash, because there's some fun things I did, and that is spring cleaning. Now, I have done a pretty decent job of getting rid of most of the remove-only tabs in my stash, although there is some still stuff to purge through. Of the remaining remove-only tabs, it's predominantly old map tabs that the convert button effectively does nothing. Unfortunately, it converts them to the recent tier, of which is full, and because it crunches them down. Currency tabs with small trace amounts of little things. Previously, we could only control left-click to remove things, but now with control-shift-right-click, we could pull entire chunks out of the stash. However, we don't actually have all the room to remove a lot of these things. So something like this tab, we can actually get rid of. And that's fantastic. That's one less tab away. But I couldn't do that again. I can't do that for Regals. I can't do that for Alteration. A lot of currency we can't really convert out. For example, Regals are actually the least useful currency in the world. I can't do anything with a Regal. I have tens of thousands, and I can't use them for anything. So it's like a bit awkward. But yeah, with the control-shift-right-click function, we can actually clear out tabs a lot easier when it comes to stackable goods. And I've gone through a lot of stuff. Some things are weird tabs, like this one's just Dragon Fang Flights and I-83 Forbidden Tomes for our eventual Sanctum Grind and Eyes of the Great Wolf, but we still have a couple dump tabs to go through, unfortunately. There's just so much to parse through, but I'm doing a pretty good job at keeping it organized, so I'll continue to go through this. Unfortunately, for non-stackable goods, it's a little bit more problematic, but the stackable ones, at the very least, we could process in a timely manner, I would say. So, yeah, the stash is going good. I'm trying to keep everything clean and organized as best as I can, because I know a clean stash is a happy collector. And as this episode progresses, and as the series continues to progress, we're going to, again, at the moment, be focusing on Hateforge, because it's our last remaining glove. But after Hateforge, I do believe we're going to move on to Ritual, to get the staff we're missing, which is the Burden of Shadows. We're going to come back to Sanctum at the end. I'm kind of saving the worst for last. But the idea is to go from Hateforge and then move on to Burden of Shadows. And I think we're probably going to target Apep Supremacy. The reflection I have on my Trickster, which I use for Uber farming, the Apep Supremacy, and kind of knock out the shields. And after those three, which I think aren't going to be too bad to farm, they're very one-note, then we're going to start working on heist uniques, the missing 4 heist uniques, the big replicas, such as, the Bated Breath, which will probably never finish in that stint of heists. I have about 1.5 million rogue markers at the moment, which sounds like a lot, but that'll be, maybe a low 1,000 amounts of wings I could run, but it's going to burn through that in a heartbeat. And then after those 3 grinds are done, this build can kind of be retired for the moment. I don't really have a use for an invincible build that is slow clearing and slow DPSing, aside from the mechanics that I'm afraid to rip. So we'll cross those bridges when we get to it, but I hope you enjoyed the episode. A little sneak peek, I guess, going forward of what we have planned. But episode will be released weekly from this point onwards. We did a poll in Discord. That's what the people voted on, so that's what's going to happen. Weekly episodes, kind of regardless of progression. So, you're going to be receiving a week of Ultimatum episodes next Saturday, unless we get a Hateforge. And if we do, then it's back to Ritual. But Ritual, at least, is fun. I think Hateforge is the only grind that's going to be, super one note, because Ritual has synth items, and I would love nothing more than to get a synth ring and a synth shield that we've never seen. And we've had a lot of ring implicits. We have every single percent ring now. We have percent armor. We have like all this fun stuff. No charge items for synth rings. No frenzy, no endurance, no power charge on shields or on rings. So fingers crossed. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video, or if not on stream. I'm Matt Lighty, and you have a good day. Bye-bye. I think it's probably Googleable. Let's say who has the biggest wang. Who's got the biggest wangus amongst the Mario Brothers? Could it be one of the obscure ones, the unnamed ones, you know? Let's not forget, there are some unknown Marios amongst here. Like, we have Luigi Mario. That is probably Wario. But what about, you know, who's these guys? Okay, we have left to right, Jazz. Then there's Steam Boy. Then we got Corco, Barry, and then that's Mario and Luigi. Jazz, Steam Boy, Corco, and Barry. Steam Boy's got a fucking huge hog.